You ever notice how the most dangerous people aren't the ones who make a scene? They're the ones who watch, who listen, and who understand exactly what's going on while everyone else is busy talking. A Sigma male operates in the same way. He's the quiet force in the room, not because he's shy or weak, but because he's observing and processing the world from a different perspective. While the alpha male commands attention and the conventional man seeks external validation, a sigma male finds his power in silence and independence. This makes him a problem for certain kinds of people, the kind who rely on noise and manipulation to get what they want. These individuals, often driven by a need for control, recognize a sigma male as a direct threat to their influence. When they realize they can't control or intimidate him, their tactics become more insidious and subtle. They stop fighting you in the open and start trying to take you down from behind. Stay with me until the end, and you'll learn the hidden tactics evil people use against you, how they try to exploit your greatest strengths, and most importantly, how to recognize their moves before they can ever land a blow. Reason number 1, they will provoke your calm. An evil person strategically engineers situations to provoke a sigma male, aiming to shatter his composure and drag him into their emotional chaos. Their intent is to make you overreact so they can twist the narrative, making you appear unbalanced while they maintain an illusion of calm. Their method is to find a pressure point, a specific topic or situation that they know will get a rise out of you. This is in contrast to most people who get caught up in emotional outbursts, often reacting without thinking. The Sigma male, however, responds with calculated emotional control, a quiet strength that is more unsettling to a manipulator than any shout. The impact of this is that it disrupts their entire strategy. They expect a reaction, a moment of weakness to exploit, but when they get nothing, they lose their footing. This refusal to engage makes them feel a loss of control. The nature of this attack is not a sudden outburst, but a carefully planned and calculated effort to force a reaction, showing just how much thought they put into undermining you. But that's just the beginning. What happens when they realize they can't get to you directly? They turn their attention to the people around you. That leads directly into sign number 2. They will turn your allies. A manipulator will covertly target your friends and acquaintances, subtly turning them into informants. Their intent is to gain a false sense of familiarity and trust so that you let your guard down. Their method is to study your mannerisms, adopt your communication style, and echo your values, then weaponize this knowledge to exploit your weaknesses and sow distrust within your carefully chosen circle. This is in contrast to most people who rely on a loud, visible social network for support and influence. A Sigma male circle is smaller, built on trust and strategic alliance. The impact of this is that it creates a quiet, invisible wedge between you and those you trust, making you feel a constant low-level sense of unease. The nature of this tactic is a calculated effort to manipulate your social environment from within, rather than a direct confrontation. Another common tactic is when they mock your independence. The average person relies on social structures and group approval, but a Sigma male's self-reliance is a threat to anyone who seeks to control others. Their intent is to create a false sense of familiarity and trust with others and use it to isolate you. Their method is to twist your independence into arrogance through snide comments and indirect confrontations, attempting to undermine your strength and deter others from adopting a similar nonconformist path. The impact of this is that it forces you into a defensive position, making you appear reactive or even guilty, while they appear calm. The nature of these remarks is that they are designed to sound reasonable, even caring, but they are a calculated effort to alienate you from the crowd. If you recognize any of these tactics in your own life, Drop a comment below. Next is when they play the victim card. Evil people exploit the empathy of others by playing the victim, framing your independence and self-sufficiency as an attack on them. They paint themselves as the wounded party to gain sympathy from the crowd. This is an effort to make you feel guilty for prioritizing your own needs, making you question your own choices. This psychological manipulation works because it exploits the social norm of caring for the underdog, leaving you isolated as the perceived aggressor. The way they do it is by using language designed to make them sound reasonable, even caring, while subtly painting your quiet confidence as coldness. This forces you into a defensive position, making you appear reactive or even guilty, all while they appear calm. The fourth sign is that they will weaponize your space. Recognizing your comfort with solitude as a strength, manipulators will twist your chosen independence into enforced isolation. While most people fear being alone and seek constant social engagement, a Sigma male recharges in solitude. The goal behind this is to create an invisible barrier, making you feel a constant low-level sense of unease and question your natural state as a flaw. They achieve this by spreading subtle, damaging whispers about you to others. This affects others by painting a picture of you as unapproachable or secretive, making them less likely to seek you out or trust you. A real-world example is a family member who subtly suggests to relatives that you're distant for not attending gatherings. That leads to a crucial sign. They will sabotage your name. Instead of outright lies, evil people use subtle misinformation and half-truths to sabotage your reputation. The goal is to create a false sense of familiarity with your weaknesses and then use that to turn people against you. They accomplish this by planting seeds of doubt about your character or intentions. While most people communicate openly, a Sigma male's private nature and preference for directness make him a hard target for direct slander. The way this plays out is that it's difficult to counter without appearing defensive and eroding the trust you've built. The remarks are designed to sound reasonable, making it a calculated effort to manipulate others' perception of you. The effect is to create a quiet suspicion, causing others to question your motives and reliability behind your back. The final tactic we'll discuss is how they attempt to control your freedom. Sigma males do not tolerate being controlled or micromanaged. Manipulators will attempt to dictate your choices, expecting compliance and approval. The objective behind this is to test your boundaries and see how much power they can exert over you, which is a stark contrast to the average man who is comfortable with a degree of external direction. Their method is to give you ultimatums or subtly pressure you to conform to their will. The result is that it's a last-ditch effort to break your autonomy, the core of your strength. But a Sigma's response is not argument, but a decisive exit from any situation or relationship that attempts to box him in. This embodiment of his non-negotiable need for autonomy disrupts social expectations and leaves the manipulator powerless. All these tactics ultimately fail because they are designed to manipulate the average man. They are built on a foundational misunderstanding of what drives you. A manipulator sees your solitude and assumes you are lonely, so they try to isolate you. They see your quietness and assume you are weak, so they try to provoke you. But your strength is far too deep. It is not dependent on the approval of others. Your self-reliance and strategic mind are your shields, and nothing they can ever take that away. Your quiet confidence is your true power. Thank you so much for watching.